Why do most indie filmmakers suck so bad at promotion? Seriously, that's not rhetorical. Why do you think most are so bad at it? I'm Jay Horton. I make movies that make money. This is how. Let me start out by saying this. I understand that marketing is hard, and that no one, well, almost no one, when they decided they wanted to be a filmmaker said, I can't wait to market this stuff. I myself railed against marketing for years. Didn't think that it should be my job. Didn't want to learn it. Didn't. Then, eventually, I grew up. I realized that at least until budgets reach a certain level and I can pay someone to do it, no one was. And even when you can't afford to pay for the marketing, it still helps to know how to sell not only the thing that you're making, but you. And look, I'm not saying that this is the way it should be. I'm just saying it's the way it is. I recently created a new Facebook group to help promote horror movies on Tubi called Horror on Tubi. I know, super imaginative. But in a matter of days, it was slammed with the same old lazy-ass self-promotional posts you see all over social media. You know the ones, with copy that reads, please watch my movie, or streaming now on Tubi, or even nothing at all, and just a poster. This is not how it's done. Look, if you're The Rock, you can say streaming on Tubi and post a picture of a piece of grass, and people are going to click. Indie filmmakers, we have to dig a little bit deeper. Let's see what some other filmmakers have to say. Because I'm a filmmaker, not a promoter. So yeah, this was probably the most common answer people left. And very bluntly, this mindset shows a complete misunderstanding of what the business of indie filmmaking is today. Promotion and marketing are just other parts of the whole. That is, if you're looking for the film to be profitable and aren't just making it for pure artistic expression. Many of these comments with this sentiment started mentioning A-list directors and how they have PR teams. Totally true. But there's a huge gulf between the business of studio filmmaking and truly independent stuff. Even indie filmmakers that do have the budget to hire PR still end up having to do a good chunk of it themselves. It's because your question cuts deep, Jay. There's no big check for world rights anymore, like so many of us dreamed about from the Sundance Miramax years. That end game is dead. And for many filmmakers, when you complete your film and there are no buyers, literally no offers really, or MG money, now the panic of self-release or going through an aggregator hits. It hits like a sledgehammer. And you, the filmmaker, will be doing it all. The marketing work is a nightmare for most. Damn, that's dark. Not untrue, but it's still just one perspective. There is more space today for tiny films to earn a profit than ever before, but self-promotion and marketing are pretty integral to that. I think making a film already feels like the accomplishment to them in many a way. And then it's like, oh, I learned how to do all that, and now I have to learn and do all this other aspect afterwards? I think most think, nah, I'll just do a few posts for promotion and hope it works. Making a film is hard, and sometimes it's tough not to want to rush it out there before properly promoting it. I think that's probably true. The major problem, I think, is the false narrative that we've been sold by film schools and famous filmmakers that it's all separate and somebody else's worry, which is one of the reasons I focus so hard on marketing on this channel. I want to normalize indie filmmakers doing their own promotion, at least till they hit a certain level or can pay someone else to do it.
I think if a filmmaker doesn't promote, it's usually because they're self-conscious or afraid it's not cool to promote themselves.
This is a good point, and one that I hope my words and goofy voices do not dismiss. I myself struggle with this all the time. I almost always feel self-conscious about my self-promotional posts, and I overthink them to death. Now, I am usually able to soldier through, and I do it anyway, but I really do understand this mindset. Some filmmakers feel like it's beneath them, and in the indie world, they're already doing several jobs, so they feel like the self-promotion shouldn't have to be one of them. Here's a tip. When you have a photographer on set, get a green screen set up somewhere and snag pictures from your actors in wardrobe and makeup. That way you have content for PR, and it's not about the number of followers one has, but the quality of the followers. This is true for filmmakers and actors. Right on. A lot of indie filmmakers, especially at first, think their project won't need all that much promotion from them themselves. They think that the work will speak for itself and be the next big thing. It's all about ego. Most assume that they are the next huge filmmaker, and although they've heard it time and time again, they don't believe that they will have to work their ass off getting their project out to the world. The world will come to them. I'm guilty of this, and most filmmakers I know are as well, at least to some extent. When reality sets in is when you begin to realize the importance of imaginative promotion, or in some cases we keep creating and become somewhat recluse about it. That is a whole other conversation. There is a reason that some great movies end up lost in the shuffle and some horrible movies get attention. This one pretty much nailed it. I've done a bunch of other videos about topics like this in my filmmaking playlist, so check some of those out. But whatever you do, keep making movies.